Well, this one's a different subject. The more we focus on something, the bigger it gets. And you've mentioned a couple of times, Abraham, about demonstrations and it doesn't work. I'm wondering how that relates to I wonder about that because there's evidence that I've seen that when groups of people get together and shout, hey, stop this, we don't like it, it can actually make the thing stop. The other people who've designed something to make it stop will actually stop it. And I wonder how that plays in with two people's desires to manifest. One person might have a manifestation wanting to create more money and they have this great idea, and the idea might be to chop down some trees or dig a hole in the ground or get gas or something. And then they go, right, let's do that. That feels really good. We're making some money here. Everything's beautiful. On the other side of the coin, there's some people there whose properties next door is getting poisoned and they're not liking it so much. So how does that work? And then when other people start complaining about it, then eventually the people who are making money out of it get told, no, you can't do that anymore because it's actually damaging things for other people and it's actually causing more problems to more people.
There are so many things we want to say to you.
Yep.
Most important, can you feel the grid that you're practicing?
Yeah.
And the grid that you're practicing says that things are out of my control, or that things can be set into motion over which I have no control. And of course, that is a flawed premise. But we want to start with the first part of your question, because there is no denying that in this physical world that you are living in, that your action counts for something. And there's no question that if there are two of you pulling on one end of a rope and there are 10 of you pulling on the other end of the rope, that the 10 who are pulling on the other end of the rope are going to win the tug of war. But in all of that, we are talking about a physical platform that is so mediocre in terms of power in relationship to this energy that creates worlds. We want you to think in terms of tapping into this energy that gives you more leverage. If you engage in the battle, in other words, as you're pushing against this and you're pushing against this and you're pushing against this and you're pushing against this, now you are all disconnected from the energy that will make anything important happen or anything big happen. And now you're just groveling about with one another. And yes, we acknowledge that the biggest and the strongest in physical terms will win that battle, but that's not the arena that you came to play in. If you can let go of the resistance that is inspired from that sort of thing and step back into the more general place and find your point of alignment, you'll be one who, when your grid fills in with inspiration, you will rise so far above it, you see. When you look at much of the world, there is that sort of squabbling for resources, and then there are those who are not squabbling for those resources. And they are always those masters, you call them, but they are not remarkable in any way, other than that they have figured out how to stop doing that thing to themselves, which was depriving themselves of the resources, and how to tap into the stream that is yielding them more. We do not deny anything that you're saying. There are plenty of things in this world that you are not wanting to participate in. But there is a big difference when you ask these questions from the framework of what's it like for a person who's tuned into the energy and what's it like for one who isn't. And people have been writing endless books and having endless studies as they are trying to define the manifestations that people are living. It's such an interesting thing to listen to you. It's sort of like whole groups of you make no effort to tap into the energy of creation. You make no effort to become a vibrational match to what's in your vortex. And then you see yourselves not living the lives that you want to live. And then you compare yourself to others who are doing the same thing. And you make a science out of behavior that has nothing to do with alignment. And then you want to know, well, why is this way, and why is this way, and why is this way? And we say, it doesn't really matter too much why anyone has created that. The question is, do you like it this way? And if you do, then give your undivided attention to that. And if you don't, then let go of it. Step into a vibration that is of a higher vibration and watch your grid fill in powerful ways. Don't you find it interesting, the difference in the way people are living their lives? Don't you find tremendous variables in what people are earning or in the way people are feeling? Don't you?
Yeah, it makes it interesting, whole life.
Well, the contrast is all certainly part of what causes you to put things into your vortex. But we just have to come back to, do you believe that you are a vibrational being?
Yes.
And if you believe you are a vibrational being, then why would you recount a story of despair like the one that you recounted to us? Why would you keep that active in your vibration? And you would say, because it's real, because I have observed it. And we say, but there are a lot of things that are real that you want to live, and there are a lot of things that are real that you don't want to live. Why would you use those things that you don't want to live as your reason to practice a grid and practice a point of attraction? And for those like you, usually it's because you're wanting to make a clear point for others, or you're wanting to teach someone something, or you're wanting to bring clarification to something. Do you believe that you are the creator of your own reality?
Yes.
Do you believe that the things that you think about and the things that you talk about cause you to offer a vibration that comes back to you?
Yes.
And do you believe that everything that comes back to you comes back in response to the vibration that you're offering?
Yes.
Then why would you ever discuss the basis of the question that you presented to us here if you understand that? You say, we get it to a point. Just don't get carried away with it. It's like saying, Abraham, there are people over there that are not living very good lives, and I'd like to talk about them. And we say, well, if you talk about them, then what they're living will become active in your vibration, and then you will live like them. And you say, yes, but I think it's important that I do have a point of understanding. And we say, the only thing that comes out of living something less than you want to live is that you put more things in your vortex that you do want to live. And at some point, you have to wake up to the fact that you have a vortex that is full of things that you want that you would be very well to focus upon. It's time to stop asking the questions that hold you back from the solutions that have been waiting for you for a very long time.
Thank you.
Took a while getting there, but he represents a large segment of the population. Yes. Stand if you think it's, yes.